This is Fountain Pendulum. Thank you for continuing to watch the journey for what is, in my mind, the ideal traveler's notebook in passport size. And these comparisons I hope are going to be helpful for you in considering and selecting a traveler's notebook, and also considering the brands, because whether you're getting a traveler's notebook in standard size or passport size or a leather notebook in general from these companies, I think it will be a good representation of the leather characteristics and the quality of their products. So for this video, we have a offering from September Leather. So it says a treasure by September Leather, handmade. And I ordered this off of Amazon. So I like the simplicity of the packaging. It's very cute and fun. And then inside we have this cotton pouch. It feels lightweight. Actually, I don't know if it's cotton, but it's very lightweight and transparent. Um, it's not very sturdy, but that's fine. You can use it to put your notebook in to keep it from scratching up so much on the exterior if you so choose, but of course the thicker the notebook gets, the more difficult it will be to insert it. So take that for what you will. So here is the notebook, and this one is this is the passport size. This one's very unique, and that it has this spine that is on the back part, and it's stitched in. The leather feels very nice. It's, if you can see it in the lighting there, it's a bit freckled. So that's something to think about. And I'm not really sure what causes that. It might be a variant in porosity when it was colored, perhaps. So let's open it up and take a look. The elastic feels nice. So on the inside we have the natural leather suede, and then they actually did these really lovely overside inserts, and they're stitched in, and it's the same leather, and they feel really nice. And I absolutely love the curvature that they've put into these, because I've seen lots of different designs. Some of them go cross, some of them are just straight, some of them are diagonal. I think this is very attractive by design and functional, because when you want to lift this, it's right where your thumb would pull. So you have a pocket here and a pocket on the other side, and then two card inserts here. And that looks really good. And I have a Starbucks gift card just to demonstrate a standard size card that's plastic and how it would fit. So that fits all the way in there. And then you would close it, and I think you can see there that the card fits no trouble. So that fits in both of these here. And then this is open, so you could put it anywhere in there or here if you choose. So that's for the cards. Now, there's also a pen holder, and it's made of a thinner leather. And functionally, when you have your inserts in here, you would want to put the pen rest this way. We'll play with that in a minute. And then we have the elastics. They did something very interesting here with the elastics, I think. And that is that the one that holds the notebook closed is held in independently here, and it has two metal clasps securing it. So no option here with tension. You can't go looser. I suppose you could go tighter. And everything's replaceable on this system. So when these elastics wear out, you can replace them as needed. I think that these clasps would be difficult to release the elastic and then reattach them without damaging them because they're very fine. So, I think if I was to replace these, I would probably just tie a knot and call it good. So let me pull these back. They had them lying flat, which is very nice. Like that, or the other way, whatever. Okay, and then these are the elastics for the inserts, and they attach here. So that would be no trouble to replace them as well. Even if you just wanted to switch it out for the color, get something colorful, you could do that. And then these are all secured by one singular knot, so that would be a lot easier to switch out. And it looks like they did not cut and, burn those for us. So we'd have to do that ourselves. And that's all right. It's a little bit lack of attention to detail, but we'll live with it. So let's talk again about the uniqueness of this design, and let's talk about the measurements. We have 5.5 in length, and we have 9 inches across. So this is definitely a more generously sized traveler's notebook for the passport size. And the other measurement I want to talk to you about is the spine, because this is set, we cannot change it. And it seems to be just shy of 1.25 inches. So let's take a look at how things are going to fit in here. I have some traveler's notebooks ready to go. Because this has 4 elastics, it would suggest the use of 4 inserts. And if you wanted more than that, you could certainly accomplish it, I think, by the width of this, but you would kind of get another elastic or rubber band and employ the piggyback method. So that's just something to think about. So let's go ahead and insert these and see how everything feels. The elastics feel nice and tight. All right, I have 4 of the Midori Traveler's Notebook inserts in this now. And I think the elastics are all very nicely spaced. And let's close her up. It's so refreshing to see a notebook in which the notebooks are contained within the cover. And I think this is a very generous amount of space. I think even if you were very generous in your journaling and scrapbooking and built this up a lot, there's plenty of room. And I don't think that the notebooks will exceed the lip of the cover. So that's really nice. And I think you can easily put 6 in here, I would say. You can piggyback some more. As you do that, of course, this will widen, but the spine offers such a firm organization so that the notebooks don't start like pushing and shoving each other out of the way. The spine plus the fact that there's individual elastics instead of the whole piggybacking. The piggybacking works, but it doesn't give every notebook a proper place to dwell. So they kind of end up pushing and shoving each other like little piglets. So anyway, that's just something to be thinking about. I'm really happy with how this feels and fits. The leather feels really nice. I don't know how the freckled, look will develop with time, or how a leather balm might change it. but this is also stitched all around, which I think is really nice. And the leather is quite a bit thicker because the fact that it's that it has the insert on both sides too. So let's take a look and see the thickness of it. It's 4.4. So that means that each layer is 2 millimeters. So it's nice thick leather, and I like that you can feel the suede on the other side. I love the inserts. I think the only thing we have left to check out is this. So this is what I meant. See that pen loop? If we put a pen in it, and I'm not sure what will fit. What do I have that's not too thick? Let me get my falcon. I think a falcon, pilot falcon, represents a pretty normal sized fountain pen. Okay, so that's what we're kind of dealing with is, you know, when we get to the band, it doesn't fit. So, yeah. And then, you know, that's not going to work. You would have to, this is what I mean by you have to move it over like that. And then that fits really nicely. Other than the fact that it's too thick. So, I don't really know what else I might have. Let's try a peniter and see if that is any thinner. Okay, so far everything, once I get to the band, becomes an issue. So let me try my smallest pen, my pocket size Viscontina. All right, that fits. So we'll use my Viscontina as an example. So all I was saying was that if you lay it flat the way this way, that is not going to work, right? But you kind of move this to the side like that, and then we're all good to go. Now, I have to say though, no matter what, that's already pretty snug. There's not much wiggle room left. That's a very thin pen, and I wouldn't leave it exposed like this. I would always have this in a case. So I don't really see myself utilizing that pen sleeve. Okay, there is a little bit of wiggle room. There is. So, I'm trying to figure out, like, yeah, okay, that pretty much fills the area of the loop. So let's see. If that's pretty full there, let's find out what that amount of space is. Okay, it's 13.3. So basically, in a gentle guesstimation, anything around 13.3 millimeters in diameter would fit in there. So if you were just to put a regular pen like this zebra, you know, that's not going to be a problem. I don't plan on using ballpoints. I'm going to be using a fountain pen, but I also don't think that I have anything that would fit this, that I would leave exposed without a pen sleeve. Maybe like a, I'd have to get something, especially if I wanted to use this, something aluminum or brass would be good, like a Kaveco maybe, which I don't own at present, but that's just for consideration. Here's I think a cross that I have too. Yeah, that fits no problem. But again, it's a ballpoint. But all right, so what do I think? I really like this system. The only drawback for me, and if you don't want to use this pen loop, it really doesn't take up much space. It's pretty flat, so I don't think that would bother me. Oh, the other option, of course, is you can just clip it by the clip like this. That would be fine. Just saying. What do I think? I like how many it fits, but I think that when it comes to the thickness, because of the spine, I would like something just a little bit thinner. I don't know if I'm being too nitpicky now, but what I'm planning on having personally is 3 inserts on the regular, 2 to 3. So when you look at the thickness of a 2 millimeter leather, and then those notebooks, it's like 7 just under an inch, so it's 0.7. Then when you have a spine that's that thick and leather that is also thick, we're at, if I just leave it, I'll squish down a little bit, just 1.2. Okay, it doesn't seem like that big of a difference, but it's just a little bit thicker, I think, than I'd like. And then there's the whole situation of I want something compact for your bag. So yeah, that's honestly, if I was to just stop here, I'd probably be perfectly content. But I'm on a mission to compare, and so we're not stopping. We're going to continue. And there's lots of other offerings to check out, but this is definitely a contender. Like, again, for the price point, I'll put the link because prices will change. But at the point that I bought this, $25 off Amazon for a very nice feeling leather. It feels very sturdy. There's some flexibility, but because it's too layered because of the insert, it becomes quite, fairly rigid. Like you won't bend it, but it feels really good. I really like it's stitched and everything. Even has a pen loop, 4 elastic inserts, stitching throughout, and then these inserts too. These leather inserts are really nice. It's a tough act to beat, honestly. I would say if the spine was, instead of an inch, somewhere between half an inch and 3/4, I'd be perfectly content with this. It's really nice. So yeah, that's my overview. I guess my only other criticism is that there wasn't any option for like the elastic. Oh, you can adjust it. That's right. Yeah, but it's to the end. So yeah, that's not really a big deal either. I don't feel like they over tighten things as much as some of the other brands that I've encountered. Some of them are so tight that there's just already indentations in the leather. So no, I'm actually very pleased with this. What do you guys think for the quality that this offers and the price point? I'd be very content to have this, or if someone gifted this to me. If someone gifted this to me and I hadn't done all the research to compare prices and brands and all that, if I had just been given this and I had to guess what the price point on this was, I would probably guess it was easily $40, $50, as far as 60. I'll be honest. That's the quality that this product represents. It's very impressive. I like it very much. I think that it would be cool if they offered a thinner spine for someone who doesn't want something quite this thick. But I would recommend this for insert sizes. If you're putting 4 to 6 inserts in here, you'd be very pleased. If you're a stuffer, of inserts and you really get chunky, there was plenty of room in here for the notebooks to live. Like it's a very generous sized. Yeah, there's, let's see. Let me put it on the last one. There's a little over half an inch of room. Of course, that's when it's open. Okay, let me check when it's closed. A little over a quarter inch. So yeah, even as things get bigger and thicker, there's a lot of room in this. So I'd say for people that are into passports and really filling them out, this is a really good option. I can easily see this thing getting like this and everything would still be cool. So yeah, I prefer this for my preferences, for all the things that I've been pointing out in all my reviews or overviews. If I was to stop this journey now, which I'm not going to do, but if I was, I would take this one without hesitation. Done. Lovely. All right. Thank you for watching, and give me some feedback in the comments below. It's all up to you now, and continue watching for some more reviews coming up. We still have the Chic Sparrow, Galen Leather, and Sojourner to come. Thanks again. See you on the next one.